Hello guys, in this video we are going to look at computing normal probabilities. Now in order to do that, the first thing you do is go to the page under resources, right? So we're using resources right here, right? This is on the top right of the page, and then we're gonna click on the sidebar, right? So open it in the sidebar. Make sure your page is maximized to the whole screen. If you don't see it, it might not show up because your screen is not take the whole display. Okay, all right, so what you do next is click on the plus sign, and on the plus sign we're going to go to inference, right? So that's what we want, and then we click on probability distributions, and then once we click on that, normal distribution will automatically pop up. So at this point we're just going to put the mean and the standard deviation in there, and then we're going to click on create distribution. All right, so we can see the beautiful normal curve. So now let's go ahead and expand the cumulative probability menu. So at this point, you're going to either use a region inner, left, or right, depending on what you have. So on the compute, always keep it as area if you are computing probabilities, not percentiles. Later on, we're going to talk about percentiles, but now it's all probabilities. So make sure on the compute, you've got the area. Okay, chosen. All right, so then what we do is we're going to put these two bounds. So the first question is between two numbers, right? So we got this number and this number. So that would be where you use inner, and you're going to put the numbers in the blanks. So let's type them. And whatever we get, we are going to just put over here. Now, if you look at the number, if you do need more decimal places, there is a little bit like this little arrow there, the drop down thing. If you open that and then you click on this, okay, so that's like export to the expression list. So basically they copy the number with the 12 different decimal points. So if you need, for example, at this point 5, you can just undo. By the way, undo is right here, and also Control Z. Okay, so then let's say 5 decimals you got. All right, now you may notice that there is some difference between if you look at this part, right, part A, where the sign is less than, and here the sign is less than or equal to. So you may be wondering, why was I using less than? It actually doesn't matter for continuous distributions if the actual number is included, because the area under just one number is 0, so there's no extra area there. So whether you include or not include them, the answer will be the same. So don't worry about less than versus less than or equal to. It is exactly the same thing. Okay, so let me just fill this one out. Okay, so the next one is it's either greater or less than or equal to, doesn't matter. So the first one is greater than sign. Now, this is going to be where you use the region right. And you can also see that the sign, right? The sign over here is greater and the sign is greater. Well, greater than or equal to or greater doesn't matter. So that's where you use right. And we just type the number right there. Okay, so that's here. And the other one that's also greater is this last one. So that one I'm going to put here. So that's 0.07. And then what's left is just these less and less than or equal to, which again I found exactly the same way. So you go to left, you can see that the sign here is less than or equal to. It should match one of these, right? That's what you want. So then you just type 97.5. And the other number would be 60.2. So you type that here. And that's it, I think.